Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Milberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. And it's free.
Call 800-883-7058.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Sentinel Security Life Insurance Company.
Call 800-883-7058. That's 800-883-7058.
Call now.
Welcome to BIBO Weekly's Winner's Circle, where winning is always a part of the conversation. I'm Tracy S. Campbell. I'm your host. And yes, everybody, we are back for another great week with another great host right here in the Winner's Circle. Now, you know, each and every week, our mission is to make sure that you walk away with actionable, I say that every week, everybody, actionable advice that you can actually use. And today we're talking about how to green light your project. Yes, we're going to get into that because you can do it, everybody. We know you can. And guess what? I have someone right here who's going to give you what you need to greenlight that passion project of yours. She's an actress, she's a producer, she's an entrepreneur, and she happens to be one of my very good friends, the awesome Yeniffer Behrens-Mendoza. Hey there, Yen.
Hi, beautiful. How are you, Tracy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for inviting me, and it's always such a pleasure to talk to you. You know, we get on the phone and then we're just there for hours.
Exactly. And we can't do that tonight, Jen. We can't do that tonight.
I know.
We don't want to scare these good people away. We don't want to do that. But no, I promise you, everyone, we'll do the girl talk later. Right now, in the Winner's Circle, we're focused on you, and we're focused on giving you what you need to stay on the winning side. Now, like I said, we're going to be talking about how to green light your passion project. And when we hear that term, we think of TV and film and media, but the term itself really means the approval to go forward, to move forward, right? So you can apply green lighting, if you will, to any industry, any project. But tonight we're talking about those of you out there that may really want to make your mark when it comes to TV, film, all sorts of media. This is the lady to talk to. So yeah, before we jump into the nitty gritty of tonight's conversation, I want to give you a minute or two really quickly to share with everyone. I know how awesome and great you are, but I want the audience to know all about your background as an actress, as a producer. You've been doing this for a long time, very successful. Can you share a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Of course, thank you. Well, I am originally from Venezuela. I am an actress, producer, director, proud mom of 2, and my husband and I are actorpreneurs, and we also coach aspiring actors and aspiring filmmakers to become working actors and working filmmakers through our online platform called Shortcut to Hollywood. And it's a funny title, Shortcut to Hollywood. It's like, really, there's a shortcut to Hollywood, you know? And at the end of the day, there is no shortcuts in life, right? We just got to put in the work. But why do we call it Shortcut to Hollywood? Is because when you get to Hollywood and you are with us and we are on your team, we will tell you, we fast track you to get an agent. We fast track you to become a working actor and a working filmmaker, if that's what you want. I originally am from Venezuela, and I was raised in Miami. I started acting. My gosh, my dream to become an actress started when I was 5 years old, when I would watch The Brady Bunch. Yes, I'm dating myself. I love those little boxes popping up on the screen. And look, here we are. I always
Here we are
wanted
again.
my own box. Dreams
That's
come
awesome.
true.
That's
So,
awesome.
and then Grease, of course, John Travolta. When I met him in '96, I literally said, "You have been my boyfriend since I was 6 years old."
And did you scare him off? Did he run?
No, he didn't. He's so sweet. You know what he did? He was like, "Oh," and he literally gave me a hug and a kiss. And he goes, "That is so sweet."
That's
And he
awesome.
asked me my name. I mean, it was just great. So again, I got here in '95, and I've been working. I started working in Miami. My first film was with Sylvester Stallone called The Specialist, and it was just, you know, for me, it's all about training. For me, it was all about really learning everything I had to learn, taking every single class I could get myself in Miami, because Miami is a smaller town when it comes
Right.
to the industry. So it's just a smaller pond, and there weren't that many courses or classes. Of course, I went to college, and I did the associate's degree in Miami-Dade Community College, and I started in the theater. And so they teach you all about theory and Renaissance, and I got to learn the behind the scenes and in front of the camera, and it was just so much fun, and I just loved all of it. So one thing that I recommend is learn not just your acting, but really learn every aspect of the business, because it's a collaboration, it's a collaborate art, it's a collaborate, universe.
It absolutely is. And then with all of that, because again, you're being, I know, very humble, and your resume is much, much longer than we have time for here tonight, because I saw you for the first time. You know the story. Jen's probably tired of me telling the story, but my mother and I used to watch you on General Hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and who knew that several years later, not only would we meet and become friends, but we honored you at the 2015 BIBO Awards in Las Vegas. That's the first time we actually saw each other in person, and the rest is history, everybody. So we just never know. But we can go on and on about Yen's resume. We don't have time tonight, but I want to get to, fast forward to True Form Films, because you and your amazing husband Mauricio are the co-founders of True Form Films, and you guys have done quite a few independent projects. We've had the good fortune of being at some of those premieres. Just amazing body of work. So everyone, I just want to again really just kind of paint the picture that we're talking to someone tonight that if you are truly serious about greenlighting a project in the entertainment industry, Yeniffer, Mauricio, their team over there at True Form Films, Shortcut to Hollywood, their amazing online program, Shortcut to Hollywood, their amazing online program. You got to get plugged in, and we're going to give you all that information later on. Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited, everybody. So now we're going to get to the nitty gritty, and all of you that watch us every week, you know that this is about that time for you to break out that notepad, that notebook, iPad, whatever it is that you use. It's time to start taking some great notes. Okay, so now we've defined what green lighting is. It's literally just the process of getting the green light to go ahead, whether that's financing, support, whatever it is for your project. Now, Yeniffer has given you her great and amazing resume. Now let's get to more about this green lighting stuff. Okay, now Yeniffer, you are a big proponent of green lighting yourself, green lighting your project. We, those of us that are in media in some way, shape, or form, for those of you that are watching that may be more on the film side or the podcast side, or whatever the side may be that you're on, we know that, hey, you need funding. You need backers, you need investors. I mean, that's what we've been conditioned to think, that we cannot move forward without these entities. And you're here to say, well, not so fast, not so fast. So Yeniffer, can you explain to us, what do you mean when you say that, hey, you can green light yourself?
Okay, well, I got to tell you, Tracy, that it's taken me, you know, a good, gosh, the first 15 years of my career waiting for that green light, right? Like as a filmmaker, I started True Form Films after going to Sundance, and I got so inspired, you know, and as an actor, had been working, and I'm like, okay, so I think this is time now for me to start telling my stories, telling the stories that I want to tell. And but there was something stopping me. And before we get into the tactical stuff and, like, you know, the steps, the most important thing and the most important aspect of being an entrepreneur, an artist, an entrepreneur, is to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
I know, so simple, right? But it's mindset. It's literally mindset. You need to be so strong in your belief and in the things that you want to do, because if you're not, you will be stopped. Why do I say that? Because I have been stopped in the past. I was stopped by other people's no's, by not getting the green light, by not getting the approval, right? And at the end of the day, the only one that needs to give you the number one approval is yourself.
Right.
I promise you, you're gonna get 100 no's before you get that one yes, when it's you depending on others. But that is okay, because if you are strong in your mindset and you know and you are prepared that you're gonna get the no's, then you're gonna be unstoppable.
Absolutely.
And for me, as a filmmaker, when I first started, I was stopped because I've been wanting to tell my biopic story, Her Choices, for 15 years. And I'm happy to announce that I finally, after doing so much mindset work for the last 5 years, and really doing my inner work, my inner child healing, right? And you're like, what does this have to do with filmmaking and, you know, green lighting my project? You got to green light yourself first.
I love it.
And you got to understand that it goes hand in hand. Because if you are not completely green lighting yourself and believing in yourself, then the rest of the world is not going to green light you or believe in you, because you're not doing it.
Exactly.
And so we might think that we are, but inside there's that little voice or that doubt or that whatever that you're not. So the first thing, it's 3 top categories, okay? And I'm gonna, you know, keep it short, because I know that we don't have the hours that I love.
Well, we definitely want to make sure we get those 3 key points, if not 4. We maybe
absolutely.
In another one, right?
Categories and 3 tips.
Absolutely.
And the mindset. How do you tackle mindset, right? So it's give yourself, you write down, get yourself a notebook, get yourself a journal. Okay, that is going to be your best friend. Awareness is going to be your best friend. You need to be aware of your thoughts. You need to be the guard of your thoughts. And what is it that you're thinking? What is it that you're fearing? All of these things, write them out, and let them out at the beginning of the morning, you know, in your day, so that you're clear. Because what happens is that all those thoughts, they zap your energy. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling well, or it's kind of heavy. And then you think that that's real, but I promise you, it's not. It's just the old recurring conversations and the limiting beliefs that we are not aware of. These are old stories playing over and over and over again. And they stop us without us realizing. But when we recognize it and we become the observer of those thoughts, we're like, wait a minute, that's not me. That's not what I want.
And if you're doing that every morning, as you're suggesting, eventually you're going to see which ones are the thoughts that keep creeping up over and over and over. And again, everyone, for those of you that may just be joining, we're talking about green lighting, yes, but Yeniffer is really driving home the fact that you got to do the mind work first, then we get to the tactical stuff. So we're talking about the mind work. And yes, that journaling every morning, if we can get into the habit of doing that, you're eventually going to find the thoughts that you're going to have to stomp out, essentially.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you give yourself permission. You need to give yourself permission to win in your life. You, not mom, dad, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband. You got to love you first. Okay. And I'm only speaking from experience, because for me, when I finally discovered that and I gave myself permission to win and myself permission to greenlight my projects, it's amazing how the universe has just opened up the doors. Everyone has shown up to be part of the team. We already have our developmental funds. We have, I mean, it is just really incredibly exciting, all from that inner shift.
That's fantastic. And this, again, you're referring to your biopic picture that you're working
on. A biopic picture that we're doing this year.
Okay.
Called Her Choices. True Form Films was established in 2006, and we've done films, we've done crowdfunding, and we've just done, my gosh, we have over 23 projects under our belt in producing. Others have they have hired us, right? Because we, as True Form Films, and I'll get back to the green lighting. As True Form Films, what we specialize is, and what we got really, really great at is in, okay, working completely different. I have this budget and I have this script. Okay, let's see how we can do it. Usually it's like, okay, let's create the script, let's create the budget, let's create, everything, and then go look for the money. And so what we've done is, like, we've got this amount of money, and this is a story we want to tell.
Right.
How can we make this work? And that's exactly how we've done all of our films, and other film makers have hired us to do that for them, because they can't see it, because their mindset is like, no, I need millions. No, I need.
Well, they're stuck in the traditional. They're stuck in the traditional way of going about it. And I might add that you have award-winning films under your belt as a result of the way that True Form Films, everyone, does their process. I want to make sure I get that in there. All right, back on track. So
absolutely, and these are all these. This is COVID-19 Sins and Virtues. We did this during COVID, and we just won the Humanitarian Award at the Ottawa Film Festival and Best Ensemble. I'm super, super, proud of that. This is our web series called Encounters, which is an Imagine Award winning web series as well. And After School, the poster's over there, but you've seen After School, and it won many awards.
Yes, it did.
Our son Adrian is the star of that film, and so it's a family affair. My husband and I are actors. Our kids are also in the business. So I'm telling you that if you have a dream to be in this business with your family, especially now after COVID, it is so possible. You just need to visualize it, believe it, and see it and feel it, because you speak into existence what you want, but you got to feel into existence what you want as well. Because you can be speaking it, but if you're not connected to it in your heart and really feeling it, it's just all lip service. Okay. So, all right. So as you can tell, I'm very passionate about mindset work, because that is what it takes. Literally, it is the number one thing that we teach our students, is to take the suffering out of the journey and really believe in yourself and love yourself and know that you're enough. You're enough to do and be and have everything you want in your life. Okay. And it is, we're here to, as a testament to the work that we've done. So give yourself permission, make your dreams come true. Write it down every morning. Mindset is the number one thing. You practice your inner work. How do you want to practice that? Well, meditate. Meditation is huge. Even if it's just 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, but you want to start with meditation. And then you want to visualize. There's a difference. Meditation is just really observing the thoughts that are coming through, right? And some people are like, I can't meditate. I just can't. It's too. but just practice, even if it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then you just start incrementing. I highly recommend Joe Dispenza. We meditate with his meditations. Also, the visualization. He talks about visualization. Once you pretty much empty all those thoughts, then you need to rehearse what you want to create in your life in your mind. You need to see it in your mind first. So literally before you get out of bed, rehearse your day. If you have a huge meeting, if you have a huge audition, if you have, something big or small, or a conversation that you need to have, rehearse it in your mind, bring it in your heart, and see it as how you want it to come into fruition.
Love it.
That makes sense?
That makes total sense. And again, that can be applied to any industry.
Anything.
Right? We're talking about TV, movie, films, and media projects tonight, but what she just said is gold, is gems, as I like to say, everybody, gems that you can apply to every industry, everything in your life. So Jen, on to number 2. I want to make sure we get all.
Okay, yes. Number 2 is your team, accountability,
yes.
right? Accountability, it is so important. And, the mindset, I have one more tool that I want you to do right now. Get a piece of paper and a pen, okay? Aside from the journaling, I want you to write out your top 10 badass moments in your life. Your top 10 biggest achievements that you've had so far in your life. You write those down, okay? And you keep them in, very close to where you can put them on your wall. You can have them on your nightstand. Read them every night, read them every morning, and remind yourself of what you have already accomplished in your life. So if you're doubting yourself about this new goal, this new big audacious dream that you're so afraid of, look at your badass list and go, if I did that, I could do this.
Exactly.
It's just a reminder. We need to remember to remember. Remember to remember your power. Okay, number 2, second category is accountability, right? Your team. You need to really surround yourself. Proximity is power, like our awesome Tony Robbins says. You need to surround yourself with a team that is of like-minded, your team that is going to support you and believe in your vision, okay? And only share what you are working on in your projects with those that believe in you.
Absolutely.
Because it's all about your energy. Our energy, as a dear friend of mine says, Chica, it is your best currency. Our energy, it's the most amazing currency we have. So if your energy is low, then your currency is low. Your energy is high and open. Your energy is the highest, and you're going to attract those people and everything that you want. But you need to be that. You need to be the magnet. You need to be the energy tower.
Right, right.
It, right.
But I like what you said about the team, because, and I can attest to this, I'm sure anyone that's been in entrepreneurship for any length of time can attest to this. It is extremely hard to do it by yourself. Okay, so that means that you have to have an accountable team, and to Yen's point, sharing your milestones, sharing what it is that you're going to do really should stay internal. This is not the time to be out there on social media telling every little thing that you're doing about this passion project that you're trying to greenlight everybody. Some things you need to keep internal until it's truly ready to hatch. So I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that, Yen.
Absolutely. And so, and know that a lot of times you need to be very just super authentic with your team. And if something's not working, just nip it in the bud immediately. Don't let things prolong if it's not working, because you're only harming your energy and your momentum, and you're allowing someone else that is not, giving their best to bring you down and to slow down your progress and your project. Okay. And so it's super important. And so again, it goes back to mindset. It goes back to having the strength, having the courage, and having the belief that it's okay. You don't need this person. If this person is not serving the whole, because it's not about you, right? What is your vision? What is your mission? Why do you want to do this project? And if the whole team is on board, I mean, it is going to go really fast, exponentially.
And really well, and really well.
Like it's going to go really well. It's going to be so much fun. But if again, I don't want to repeat that, but I can't stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough. Really, really just, you know, love you, send them on their way with love. I'm not saying, you know, you're fired. No, I'm just saying, you know, if you're not going to be a team player, because teamwork makes the dream work.
And that's a cliche, but it's a very true cliche. I can attest to that. Absolutely can attest to that. And what is your number 3 for us?
And the number 3 is, you know, after you plan out, right? Just write it out. Write out your plan, your strategy. By when? By when do you want to create this? By when do you want to take this to market? By when do you want to have your script ready? By when do you? So you want to really map it out, and every week have tasks. Every week have a call. Every week have, you know, don't overwhelm yourself. Like I used to overwhelm myself. I'm like, I want everything done now. And it's like, okay, no, you can only eat a burger 1 bite at a time, right?
That's right.
So it took me a long time, girlfriend, to understand that. Okay.
But I like this because again, when people think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Yen, but when people think, for some reason, when they think of TV, movie, film, media projects, I'll just use that overarching umbrella, everyone. When they think of that, they don't apply some of the things that you're talking about, which are, you know, project deadlines, structure, milestones, dependencies. It sounds like we're talking about project management in a corporate environment. Guess what? We are, in a sense.
We are.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's so important because it is corporate and it is artistic, right? So we've got the production side of it and we have the creative, right? So the production side, True Form Film, comes in and all the logistical stuff and all the locations and all, you know. So it's about really understanding that it's all of it. Right. But understand as an actor, right? For example, I'll give you a specific example. When you see a script, like, oh my God, I have so many lines, I have so many scenes. You feel the overwhelm, right? How am I ever gonna learn all of this? It's like 1 line at a time, 1 scene at a time. That's it. So it's the same thing to greenlight yourself. Okay, but you got to write it out. You got to see it, visualize it, connect your thoughts with your heart, and then throw it out there. Because number 3 really is blind faith, is going for it, is really going for it, and not allowing, and all of these things and all of these tasks and you know, and all of these milestones, don't allow your perfectionism to stop you. Oh, it's got to be perfect. Oh, it's got to, no. Take uncomfortable action and live in the messy middle of it. It's not always going to be perfect. It's going to be messy because life is messy. And when you take uncomfortable action and you're stumbling through it, the universe sees you still going for it. People see you still going for it. And
that
people
is so true.
will really love that about you because you're not pretending to be Miss Know-It-All or Mr. Know-It-All, everything's perfect. No, you're doing the best you can and you have this passion and this desire and just going for it. People love that. People want to root for people that are
absolutely
so
do.
authentic.
I've seen it over and over and over. I've seen it in our organization. I've seen it so many times I can't count. You're right. People connect to the hard work, they connect to the passion, they connect to the stick-to-itiveness, they connect
the vulnerability of it all.
They do. They absolutely do. They absolutely. So everyone, if you haven't felt Yen's passion tonight, you must be made of stone, because obviously she is very passionate about what we've given you today, which is really the foundation of how to greenlight. We may have to get Yen back for a part 2 because we really didn't get to a lot of the more tactical, if you will. We got a lot of the foundation, which is extremely important, everyone, if you're serious about greenlighting your own projects. Yen, how can someone connect more directly with you if they are enjoying this and want more of what you have to offer?
Are you struggling with addiction? Do you need to detox? Is addiction controlling your life, hurting your loved ones? Don't be ashamed. Addiction is a disease that requires medical treatment. At Freedom from Addiction, we help people nationwide get free from addiction to alcohol, opioids, prescription medicine, narcotics, and more. Your life is precious. Addiction is a disease. Accept the help you need and call Freedom from Addiction now to get the victory over addiction you and your family deserve. We get hundreds of calls every day. Right now, we just want one, yours. Call Freedom from Addiction now, and in as little as 21 days from right now, you can return home free from addiction and free to start a new chapter in your life. But you have to call now.
Make the call, 1-866-485-1956.
Definitely, we have two websites, trueformfilms.com. We have shortcuttohollywood.biz. We're on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter as well. Just, send me a DM though on Instagram. I think that's the quickest way. And then we can also, oh my gosh, let me take a drink of water.
You do that. You do that.
Where's the water? Let me take
Everyone, go over to trueformfilms.com. Make sure you go to shortcuttohollywood.biz, B-I-Z, and you can connect.
And with a number 2, shortcut to
the number
Hollywood.
2, shortcut to number 2
Yeah.
Hollywood, and connect over there.
And we give 20-minute free consultations, right? For actors, for filmmakers, and again, the tactical stuff, creating team.
Yeah.
Once you have your script, if you're not a writer, but you have a story you want to tell,
Yeah.
again, you need to hire a writer, someone that's gonna.
And Jen, we're gonna have to get into all of that definitely in the part 2, absolutely, because again, we just scratch the surface, everybody. But I want to quickly leave you with how you can stay connected to us here in the Winner's Circle. Of course, make sure you go to worldofbibo.com. That's worldofbibo.com. Make sure you go there and stay connected to us. And of course, we're connected to this awesome lady in True Form Film, so you can't go wrong being connected to either of us at this point. But we are going to continue the conversation. But for now, for those of you that may be leaving us right now, guess what? We're going to be back next week right here in the Winner's Circle. Make sure in this crazy world we're all living in, folks, I say it every week, stay safe, stay healthy, most of all, stay blessed. And we'll see you right here next week in the Winner's Circle.